Hey, what's up everybody? Emo Cat Dad here, hanging out with you, bringing you yet another edition of Emo Cat Dad Listens. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. What I do is every day of 2024, I vow to check out a new band or artist. You guys have been so kind with the suggestions, giving me lots of bands and artists that I absolutely need to check out. And I hope you continue to do so. So, if you got an artist or band in your head that you want your friendly neighborhood Emo Cat Dad to check out, please go down to the comments right now and put those suggestions in. I would very much appreciate it. Today's band is a suggestion. As you can see right there, it's the band Idols. So what I'm going to do, like I always do, is I'm going to check out 4 songs from across their discography, give you my initial thoughts on the songs individually, give you my ranking of the songs, and then of course give you my overall thoughts on the artist. So what do I know about Idols? I know that they're like an alternative rock band that's been kind of blowing up recently. I don't really know specifically what type of indie rock, alternative rock they play. I'm gonna assume it's not, the Turnstile core that's been blowing up, because I feel like I probably would listen to them already. I guess I'm gonna be in for a surprise regardless, since I really don't know what to expect. So, I guess without any further ado, let's just dive into Idols. Alright, so their first album, that I could find on Spotify anyways, was called Brutalism, and it was released back in 2017, I think. And so I checked out the song Mother.
My mother worked 15 hours, 5 days a week.
Alright, so right off the bat, musically, this is a lot more punk than I expected to hear. So that was a nice little surprise. What I didn't dig nearly as much was that the lyrics are pretty repetitive overall. It's not just in the chorus, which is the case for some songs. It's pretty much all over the place. They play in the same kind of lyrical frame. But spoken word bridge was a nice change of pace. You guys know me. I love me a good bridge, and this one definitely qualifies as a good bridge. Alright, so a few years later, they released another album called Joy as an Act of Resistance, and I checked out the brilliantly titled song, Never Fight a Man with a Perm. Alright, so lyrically, this band is really good when they don't repeat. They still repeat a lot here, but there's one line where they do a play on the I'm here to chew bubblegum and kick butt and I'm all out of bubblegum trope. It was something like, I've got a penchant for kicking douches in the mouth and smoking cigarettes, but sadly for you, my last cigarette has burnt out. So freaking clever. I was just like in awe of that lyrical line. This track I'd say is more post-punk than anything, which is kind of that, Block Party, more recent Paramore style, although this one still goes pretty gnarly, especially in the chorus. This band was busy over COVID as they released albums in 2020 and 2021. I'm going to go with the 2021 album because the song The Beachland Ballroom has quite a large number of streams, considering it came out a year after all the 2020 songs. Alright, so we're greeted by a longer intro. Boo. Honestly, I haven't heard a long intro or outro in the last couple of these I did, so I guess I was due. But if you're new here, I don't like long intros and outros and long musical interludes. They're not necessary. Let's keep the songs to a crisp 3 minutes if we can. Okay, people? That being said, I really love the overall vibe the song was given off. It was super enjoyable, and we even get, not many, but we get some, of the non-screaming vocals. A lot of Idol so far has been kind of the screamy vocals, not actually screaming, just kind of like the shouty hardcore kind of thing. We actually hear some singing in this track, and honestly, he's got a very good singing voice, so hopefully we see more of that. Alright, and last but not least, the band just released a new album this year called Tank. Tangk. I'm assuming it's just like Tang and Tank combined, so it's like Tank. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments if you are aware. But anyways, I checked out the song Dancer, which features LCD sound system. So, I was today's day old when I learned LCD sound system is not like an EDM artist. So, yeah, never listened to them before. Heard the name bandied about, just assumed, yeah, EDM, sounded like an EDM group, I guess. So, I guess if you want me to check out LCD sound system on one of these, like, let me know in the comments. Because, yeah, apparently I was unaware. That being said, they seem to just feature on the chorus, where they share vocal duties with the vocalist of Idols. It was pretty solid. It seemed to be a dual vocalist situation for LCD sound system, as I heard a different male voice and a different female voice, or at least a different softer voice. My apologies if not female. But it was solid. After taking a break from the repetition on the lyrics in the last track, it's back here. So I think that's just the staple of what Idols does. It does work well in the context of the song. I'd just like to see some differentiation. But most importantly, I grew up French. And right now at Tim Hortons, it's roll up the rim to win. You gotta roll those R's when saying it. And Idols does a wonderful job rolling the R on pirouette. It's not pirouette, it's pirouette. So, big kudos to them from a guy that grew up French. Alright, so those are the 4 tracks I checked out. Let's quickly rank them. At number 1, the Beachland Ballroom. This one was the one that sounded completely unlike all the others. I like to be surprised in tracks. After the first 2 songs, I thought I had the span figured out, and then they threw me a curveball. Really dug it. A++. At number 2, I'm going to go Never Fight a Man with a Perm. Honestly, the song title alone gets it up here. But again, the lyricism here, and of course that gnarly chorus musically, definitely makes it deserving of the penultimate spot. At 3, we're going Dancer. Still really dug this post-punk track with LCD sound system featuring, not in an EDM capacity, as I already said, but I really dug a lot of what the song had to offer. And finally at 4, it's Mother. Still not a bad song in any shape or form, just definitely the weakest out of these. The repetition was turned up to 11 on this track because they used the same lyrical framework in a lot of different parts, like I said, not just on the chorus like you generally see with bands. So yeah, unfortunately, it's just where this song had to live. Alright, so my overall thoughts on the artist, which I'm sure you could probably figure out after already hearing me talk about them for, 8 to 9 minutes, is that I love the guitar work the band plays with, especially when they got those fuzzy post-punk guitars. Really dig that sound overall in music, especially with the screaming vocals over top. Speaking of the vocals, I really do dig them. However, hearing a little taste that we got in Beachland Ballroom of the vocalist singing voice, I wish he dabbled in that more. Or at least on the songs I checked out. You guys let me know if he straight up sings some tracks. Let me know in the comments, and I'm definitely going to want to check those out. And of course, most importantly, although Idols does a great job of crafting a song with the lyrics working in the context of it, I really wish they didn't repeat the lyrics so much. That's just a my own ear thing. Kind of takes me out of it sometimes, but I can appreciate the choice they made to craft the song around that trope, which they utilize very well, but they still utilize it. Alright guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. I'm your friendly neighborhood Emo Cat Dad, and I appreciate you so much for sticking to the very end of this video. Please hit the comments below, give me your band and artist suggestions like I already said, but I also want to know what you think of Idols. Have you heard them before? Do you dig them? Do you not dig them? Be a part of the conversation, guys. I want to know what works for you, what doesn't. We're still in early March, so I got a long way to go on these videos, but I also have quite a backlog, so I hope you go back and visit those as well. But most importantly, I want you to stick around for the ride. So if you could do me one small favor, and simply cut my wrists and hit subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Till next time, I'm Emo Cat Dad, and I want to hear you sad.